Welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is March 4th, and that means day 63 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, we're going to show you how I printed out this really cool can bomb, so stick around. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 63 of the 3DP 365 project. If you're unfamiliar with the project, check out the description below. I put a facts section down at the bottom that'll give you all the details. And don't forget to check out that MatterHackers affiliate link. If you're in the market for a new printer parts, or you need some filament, use that MatterHackers affiliate link down in the description. It'll kick a little bit back to the channel and it won't cost you a thing, and we really appreciate it. But for today's episode, we printed out this very cool can bomb. And for this print, we use MatterHackers PRO PLA in the color of green on our all-new gMax 1.5 XT+. While browsing around on Thingiverse for something very practical to print, I came across the can bomb. And this is a very cool model because it holds a soda can or even a beer can inside, and it even has a lid for a straw. And our print turned out pretty amazing, and I'm anxious to show you the results. So let's head over to Thingiverse and I'll show you where to download the model. Then we'll tab over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings for the print. Then we'll fire up some of that time-lapse footage and I'll meet you guys back here at the workbench. Alright, so here we are at Thingiverse. Here is the can bomb by Turbostar. And I'll put the link down in the description so you can download and print this yourself. And as you can see, it's been collected quite a few times and printed a few times. And there's even a remix. And recently, well, not recently, back in 2016, he added a couple of lids with straw holes in them. So that's what we printed. We printed the 8mm straw hole lid too. So let's tab over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings for this print. Alright, so here we are in Simplify 3D, and I've dropped the base model, just the bomb part, down on the print bed at 100% because we want to be able to fit our can inside. So let me show you my process settings. Under layer height, we did a 0.2mm layer height with 3 top and 3 bottom solid layers and 3 perimeters. We also ran a brim by entering 0 in the skirt offset at 4 outlines. For infill, we used 15% for this model, and we did not generate any support material for the base model. For temperature, this is MatterHackers PRO PLA, so our 2 temperatures are 206 and 208. And under cooling, we have our 3-stage cooling system set up. Under speed, we ran this out at 50 millimeters per second, so let's hit OK. And let's hit Prepare to Print, and I'll show you how it's sliced. And this is a real-time slice of the can bomb base model, and there's our print. And as you can see, it's over 14 hours of printing time because you have to add about 10% for these larger models. So let's run this through so you can see how it prints. And as you can see, it prints the fins first, and then it begins to build the base to hold your can. And we can slide this down. We don't have to watch this in regular speed. And it is going to create those really cool radiation symbols on the side and then wrap up. And we also printed the lid with the hole for the 8mm straw. So let's open up that file. And here's our little lid, and my settings are exactly the same, except for I did generate support material underneath. So let's hit Prepare to Print, and I'll show you how this sliced. And there's our little lid with the straw hole, and as you can see, we have our support material generated. And this was a quick little print, about 2 hours and 48 minutes. So let's go ahead and fire up some of that time-lapse footage, and I'll meet you guys back over at the workbench, and we'll talk about the print. Alright, so that was a long bit of time-lapse footage because we did print the lid also with the little straw hole inside. But the base model, the actual can bomb, it turned out phenomenal. I am really happy with this print. Everything about this is perfect. Even where the seam is placed, it almost hit the little radiation symbol, but it just missed it. It was perfect placement. The bottom is nice and smooth. All the little fins for the little bomb, they turned out nice and clean. The surface is perfect. There's no skips, there's no blobs, there's no anything wrong with this print. Everything looks fantastic. And using that MatterHackers PRO PLA in the color of green was the perfect choice for our canbomb. And of course, my gMax did an amazing job of picking up all that detail. But I guess the key question is, does a can fit inside? And I have a can here of my favorite tasty beverage, and it fits perfectly. So let's check out the lid. And the lid print turned out pretty awesome too. This is a very perfect print, and all the support material broke away very clean. There's just a little bit of globbing near the hole, but I can get rid of that. But the rest of the print looks pretty amazing, and I'll put some close-ups into the end of both of the items. But this turned out perfect. But I guess the key question here is, does it fit on the pop can? We've got our soda can embedded into the canbomb, and we've got our lid. So let's see if it fits. Well, it's not really fitting really well. But every little soda can is different. I just happen to have a different can handy. So let's try that one. Okay, so let's try a different soda can. And that one fits in there perfectly. And let's try the lid. Let's line up the hole so we can get our straw in. And there it is. That's how it fits. There is a little bit of a gap in here, but I think that was intentionally done so you could pull the can out easily. And it does line up perfectly with the opening at the top of the can, so we will be able to slide a straw in here if we ever want to use it. So besides the lid not fitting perfectly on some soda cans, the rest of the print turned out awesome, and this is a very practical print, and I'll be using this all the time. Well, that about wraps it up for day 63 of the 3DP 365 project. I hope you found this episode interesting and informative. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and join me again tomorrow for the very next episode of the 3DP 365 project. This is a very cool print, and it really turned out awesome, and it's a really good example of how 3D printing can be used for practical purposes.